Hello, today I'll be teaching you how to do a Windows update with Windows XP. So the first start is to open up Internet Explorer. You have to open up Internet Explorer. This will not work in Mozilla Firefox. So if you can't find it and it's not on your desktop, you can go into All Programs, Start All Programs, or Programs if your menu doesn't show up. And in here, you'll always find it in there as well. You might have to click a little down arrow that'll be at the very bottom to show everything that's in here, but in general, it will be in there. Another thing that you can do is click the Windows key R, or just click Run, and type in iExplore, just like that. Just IEXPLORE, and hit OK, and that'll open up an Internet Explorer page. So once you've got it open, just go Tools, Windows Update, and it'll open up the Windows Update site. You might see Microsoft Update, you might see Windows Update. It all depends on your configuration, but they're all basically the same. Microsoft Update will search for all different Microsoft products on your system and update them. Windows Update will only update the Windows product. So Windows XP in this case will only be updated in this case. So this is the Windows Update. If you have anything that pops up at the very top that states something along the lines of something needs to be installed, go ahead and click that, and then it will go about installing the installer for that. If you see anything that after that you have to click a little button that installs, the idea is that you just click through it and click install whenever it needs to. Normally that will all be done for you. But whenever this comes up, I generally strongly recommend hitting custom. If you're doing Express, it's the same as a little icon that'll show up down here. It'll be a little yellow icon, little shield that'll look like this. I don't have an antivirus installed right now, so that's what you'd see, but it'll be a yellow icon, and that'll tell you that you have Windows Update. If you just click that and just click OK to install, that will also install Windows Updates, which is a really easy thing to do. Alternatively, if you click Start, right-click My Computer, and say Properties. In here, if you choose Automatic Updates, you can see when it will update automatically. Now keep in mind, this will actually do an update, and after it does the update, if it needs to reboot, it's going to bug you over and over to restart, and you should restart. Anytime you do a Windows update, you should always restart, just to be on the safe side. It's good practice that way. So you can change those times if you see fit, but make sure you hit OK if you do, and that'll get you through. This takes a little while to actually go through, but the idea is that it's now searching my computer for any updates from Windows that need to be done. So I'm actually going to pause it, and I'll be right back once it finishes. Alright, so this is what you'll see basically whenever it's done. Now, I didn't realize I was completely up to date, so this is going to be a little bit different, but the gist of it is that you have 3 different areas here that you can do updates. The only one that I recommend caution using is the hardware update in Windows XP. It can cause the driver to fail, so I would suggest if you're not totally in need of updating that product, you should technically be doing it from their website if you're going to be updating a driver anyway. But if you're not comfortable with it, do not do this Windows update, the hardware update. Do the software and the high priority update, and those two will get you through. So all you got to do is you click on the component that needs to be updated, and you have a list of things usually in here. Just put little check marks in the boxes that'll show up here, and basically once you're done that, you'll say install updates up here, and then install updates here, and then it'll do an install for you on those updates. Once that's done, you just reboot, and then you'll be all set. Just remember to reboot. It's important. I believe it's very important to reboot after doing updates. Anything like a service pack, like Service Pack 1, 2, or 3, I strongly recommend that that you do a restart before and then restart after, just to be on the safe side. But yeah, that's all you have to do whenever you want to do a Windows update as far as manually doing it, because software optional updates does not appear in the one that's automated down here. Only high priority will show up down there, and sometimes software updates are good things like Windows Media Player 11. You need to actually manually do it to get Windows Media Player 11. So things like that are important. So if you're doing a fresh install, you'll want to do this first. And if you're missing drivers, there's a good chance that hardware, will have those updates. Just be careful with the hardware update. It could cause the driver to fail. They don't all work, I found, with Windows XP and the hardware updates. So be cautious there. But anyway, that concludes my video on how to do a Windows update in Windows XP. Signing off.